Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ross here with a brand new video from a brand new beta for Project Stars, and I'm going to give you a little review of the game as it stands right now. Now, Project Stars is a crafting survival open world game with, exploration and etc. And basically, you spawn on a planet in a system and you have to colonize it or make a massive base and then gradually move on to harder, more difficult planets, etc. Now, I've played this for about an hour now, but I think I've got the gist of it, at least enough to review the game to a certain extent. Now, big thank you to TapTap for sponsoring this video, and we're going to get straight into it. So guys, before you pick a planet and you pick a landing spot and you cruise down with your lander into your new life, you're going to want to make a new character. And honestly guys, I mean, just look in the background, you've got like male and female, you've got different sort of styles of humans, but the actual customization is so advanced, you can sort of make what you want. So I went ahead guys, I made the character look as realistic as possible, to only find out that afterwards you end up in a spacesuit and the helmet covers your face. But can you imagine this face being out there in the game for other players to see? Can you just imagine? But like I say, lots of customization options, a pretty good character customizer, and I'm assuming eventually you must be able to take your helmet off as well. Let's move on to the graphics, guys. Now, the graphics for this game, I think I had the settings on high. I'm assuming that was the basic sort of recommended. Obviously, I've got a pretty decent phone, so they were on pretty high. The character models, the spaceship models, and the building models, etc., look pretty good. You've got these weird sort of pig creatures that you fight that are a bit like the things off Angry Birds movie, but with clothes on and they shoot you. But the models themselves are pretty alright. The terrain for the scale of it is pretty good. I'll be honest, it's pretty good. I enjoyed exploring. I went for a swim and stuff like that, and I found a little island. I went exploring on that, etc. Good terrain, good sort of graphics to go for a game that is in its beta stages. Remember, it's not the full release, so I can only assume it's going to improve over time, or perhaps if you've got a better device than me and you can set it really ultra high or whatever. I don't know what it's going to be like in the future. Of course, when more foliage gets added or more like props around the map and stuff, and a bit more things to find, or maybe it's a full city or something. I found a little fishing dock, not really sure what I could do with it, but that was like a small version of whatever bigger things we can find in the world throughout this entire planet of exploration. And this is just one planet. Like I say, there's other planets as well that I didn't actually get to visit during this time on the game, so I'll be interested, actually be really interested to see in the future what it looks like at the full version. Right guys, let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. Now, let's just do a little disclaimer at this point of the video. I am playing on the Southeast Asia server, so the ping is relatively high. If you have been following this channel for a while and you do know I play on games which aren't necessarily released in the UK, such as this one I had to download on TapTap, etc. The ping does hit us occasionally, and I do get frame drops, but that could be the ping. Obviously, it is an open world. There is other players running around. Maybe it's when I get a bit closer to the other players or the player bases and stuff, it is stuttering at times. However, the gameplay as a whole is quite good. Now, you can customise your HUD. I just didn't get around to doing it. I didn't play it for long enough to sort of customise it to the way I like it, but it's not a primarily shooting game like I'm used to, so realistically I was alright with the way it was right now. Now, there's a couple of things about the gameplay I do like. For instance, like, there was a mission I had to go find an iron mine, and it was miles away from where my lander was, and I was like, I'm going to run all the way here, I'm going to set up the iron mine, and then I'm going to have to run all the way back, and then I have to run all the way there again to collect the iron and stuff. But you can actually teleport between your bases. So for instance, if you make a base where your lander is, and you make another one, or you get iron mine stuff, you can just freely teleport between them like a fast travel. I do like that feature. It's very, very sort of convenient for you. That's the correct word, I think. It does help out a lot, because I would hate to actually swim or run everywhere constantly. I'd imagine later in the game I might be able to ride animals or get vehicles and stuff, but the way it is right now, I do like this feature. Now, the combat in the game is pretty good. You can shoot things, you do more damage if you hit them in the head and stuff like that. I've currently had 2 different weapons, which was like a pistol and a firework pistol, which does sort of like AoE damage when you shoot. And I did enjoy taking on larger like areas of mobs and stuff like that to kill with them. So I do think like in the future, when you get a bit higher level, you get different weapons unlocked and stuff, and there's bigger enemies to fight. I can't imagine it's just going to be the pigmen for the entire game. You know, it's going to be really interesting. I do quite enjoy the combat. It's quite fluid and quite easy to aim, etc. So I like the combat. I like the gameplay in this so far. Now guys, lastly, obviously it gives you a tutorial from the very start of the game. It tells you where to land, it tells you how to pick your planet and stuff. And then it takes you step by step through like sort of a manual of what you have to do. So the objective of the game, if you are interested at this point in the video, I think is to gradually gather things, research things, craft things, and then eventually expand your base to throughout the planet, you know, work with other players, etc. to a point where you must be able to, I'm assuming, build a rocket and take off and go to a different planet. And then once you've got the experience from the less, like the bluer, more Earth-like planet, you can go to the more dangerous ones with like different terrain and different animals and stuff, and gradually work your way up from there. Now, if this is your sort of game, guys, you can download it on TapTap right now. Just search Project Stars, find the Southeast Asia test, and you can download it and play it right now. I'm not sure how long the test is for, but they do have a Discord server somewhere. I think it might be linked in my Discord, I'm not 100% sure, but you can ask on Discord if you want it, because I'm pretty sure I've got the link for it somewhere. Now, thanks again to TapTap for sponsoring this video. I have enjoyed playing this game. However, I can't see myself playing this a long time. Obviously, I do find it quite difficult, and it's very sort of nitpicky and grindy and stuff like that. So if this is your sort of game, you're going to absolutely love it. It reminds me a bit of No Man's Sky, but on a bit of a smaller scale. Obviously, No Man's Sky, you get a spaceship, you go from planet to planet. This is sort of just sitting on one planet at a time and sort of running around, and I do really like No Man's Sky. So if this gets anywhere close to that, it's going to be absolutely epic in the future. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you do leave a like on it if you do. If you didn't enjoy this video, then that's your fault, not mine, isn't it? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.